Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. I was distracted for a moment there because we're about to talk beer, and I happen to be a fan of the beverage, as I'm sure many of you are. But, you know, the better part about it is there are so many celebrations around beer, and Oktoberfest is probably the most well-known. And here in Ottawa, we celebrate Oktoberfest just as well as anybody else. And Orleans is celebrating their Oktoberfest through the Orleans Brewing Company. Yann Lemieux joins me. He is the president of the Orleans Brewing Company. Welcome, Yann. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So how does somebody like yourself get into beer? Walk me back and let's talk about your beginnings.
I have different stories. I always tell people I was turning 40. So it was either I get a sports car and a new wife or a change of career. So I changed careers.
You chose to change a career. Yeah. Were you always a beer lover?
Yes. I was. I bought my first kit. I was 16, so I was making my own beer. I couldn't buy it, so I made it, and it was really bad though. It was so bad that. But the good thing was people didn't steal my beer at parties. So.
Right.
But then it got better and better. And, yeah.
Kids, don't do this at home, by the way. Okay, the legal drinking age is 19. But so you know, from those very beginnings, then obviously you went into a different career path. And when did you start Orleans Brewing Company?
We started 7 years ago as a contract brewer, so we're using other breweries to brew our beer. So we were at the LCBOs doing sales, and then we finally opened the tap room about 5 years ago. And yeah, so we have a nice tap room, patio, and it's a lot more fun when you have your own place to show your product. And
what's the change, you know, from making it at home? Obviously, you know, you're making it in larger quantities, but you know, what sort of research did you have to do in order to sort of move to making, you know, a lot of beer from making a few for yourself?
A lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
But we hired a real brewer.
Very smart.
This is the secret.
Where did you find him? Where did you find your brewer?
So this one we have now is Julio. He comes from Mexico. He had the brewery in Mexico.
Okay.
And he worked at different breweries. So he had the experience, and it's really good.
How many beers do you have available at this time, yeah?
I'd say a dozen. Yeah,
really?
Dozen beers.
Okay.
Sometimes a bit less, and yeah.
Let's talk Oktoberfest. You've got your big Oktoberfest coming up. What have you got planned? And I understand you've got an Oktoberfest beer being released next week. Is that right?
I was supposed to can it today, but I'm here, so
we appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
No, it's going to be ready this week. We have to can it, and yeah, it's a really good beer. I love it.
How would you describe it?
Like, it's a lager. We brewed it at the beginning of August, so it's finally ready. Light and crisp, with really subtle flavors of malt and noble hops.
Nice.
It's fantastic. Beer is good.
Yeah, beer is good at any rate. So it's happening. The Oktoberfest is happening at the brewery itself, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So do you have a large space there?
We make it work. We use the parking lot, and we've been doing it for 5 years now. It's the 5th edition, so we take the parking lot and a little bit more.
Nice. Sort of spill out where we're seeing some of the visuals here of some of the previous ones.
So we have other breweries too that come to to the
some guest breweries that you bring along.
Stray Dog and Broadhead from Orleans, and we have those guys, food and
entertainment,
pretzels,
right? You've got some
prices, entertainment. So it's a one-day thing. On September 30th, there's 2 sessions.
Okay.
So first session is noon to 5, and then 6 to 11. So each session will have a DJ set, a band, food, prices, and games. And it's pretty laid back.
What kind of games do you have planned?
We have a Stein competition. We have to hold the Stein as long as possible. It's always
nice.
It's simple, but it's fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Really laid back.
What sort of food do you have on the menu?
So schnitzels and pretzels, What do we have?
So you sort of got you got your
some German-inspired
food. Yeah, the German-inspired menu. Nice.
We're not German, and we don't pretend we know everything about Oktoberfest.
Yeah, of course.
But we make the most out of it, and we do our best.
What sort of feedback have you been getting over the past few years?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
People talk about it all the time. They have a good time, and it's a lot of fun.
Let's talk more beer, because you mentioned you've got 12 at this time. Walk me through some of the beers that you have available now.
There's a few that we always have on the menu, like the Kolsch, German Blonde, or American Pale Ale, this Russian Imperial Stout, Wheat Willie wheat beer. Now we're gonna have the Oktoberfest in just before Christmas. We always have the Ramalama Ding Dong. It's,
what is that?
It's made of lamb testicles. It's an ESB. So this
Are
is
you
really
kidding?
interesting.
You're pulling my leg.
No.
It's made of lamb testicles. Is this a beer from another region, or is this unique to what you guys do?
It came from an old style, but I added my own twist to it, and it was cock ale. It was called. So it was like chicken broth and beer.
Okay.
Like 300 years ago.
Wow.
To make it earthy, and so I was looking for chicken testicles. I couldn't find any, so then I found the lamb testicles.
Then you found the lamb. Yeah. Okay, well that so certainly makes sense. Yeah. Do you have a favorite right now? What's your favorite at the brewery?
I think the Oktoberfest is it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a style you can drink at all occasions. It's nice, easy drinking, but it still has some flavors. But the Sid's Vicious is always my favorite one.
That's your number one?
Double IPA. It's more of a sipping beer.
Okay.
You go home and have a little Sid's Vicious, 9.3%. Smells good, tastes good. Blah.
Can't wait to try it. The tasting notes are exciting. Yann, really appreciate the time today, and congratulations on all your success. Oktoberfest, the Orleans 5th edition, coming up on September 30th. You can find out more information on the website. We'll be right back.